and make definitive epidemiology. Because if what happens to those children is a result of their father's service, which for those cases it was their father's service, then they're owed benefits. And that is not something that this government wants to start paying out. And in Iraq, these are the victims. Now, because of sanctions, you would need, for treating pediatric blood cancers, you usually need multiple rounds of multiple drugs. Well, the doctors in Iraq would have one drug, but not the drug for following rounds. So the fatality on the pediatric oncology ward in Iraq during sanctions was 100%. Even though the cure is out there, you can't bring the therapy into the country. Again, women and children pay the highest price, but we rarely see images of women and children in the media because we would have compassion for them. And we are often shown young military-aged men, armed, militant, dressed in black, angry. We can't see their faces because they're wearing the headscarf to cover it up. That's the image we see. We don't see the majority of the people, the women and children, who bear the brunt of war and occupation. So what do? How do we help Iraqi farmers and families? Immediate unconditional withdrawal of foreign military forces from Iraq. That's step one. We can't even talk about anything else before then. We got to pull the knife out of Iraq's back for there to be healing. How do we do that? I don't know. If I had the answer, I would have given it to you at 1 o'clock. But this is my suggestion for something you can do. Support the troops who resist. There are close to 20,000 soldiers who've gone AWOL, saying, I'm not going to go back. And they don't want to make a public stand. You put a lot on the line when you make a public stand. But those who do, there's around 100 now. One of them very recently, after veterans testified on Capitol Hill, said, I'm not going back to fight your war based on lies so Dick Cheney can make more money. You can find out more about them at couragetoresist.org. You can read about their profiles. If one particularly speaks to you, and if you don't already have a direct connection to what's happening in Iraq, send these people a letter of support. They are putting themselves on the line, following their hearts and their conscience, and obeying their oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, including those terrorist cells in Washington, D.C., more commonly known as the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. The other group I want you to know about is IVAW, Iraq Veterans Against the War, now over 1,000 strong, asking for 3 very simple things: immediate withdrawal, take care of the troops when they get home, and pay reparations to the Iraqi people. They have seen firsthand the devastation that's been done in our name, so we would be wise to listen to them to try to make up and start the healing. Whatever your passion is, obviously you have an environmental interest because you're here. I want to congratulate you for selecting the most important speaking event and coming to hear me today. But wherever your major interest is, follow your heart and speak out, because if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? Thank you all so much for your attention. If you have more questions, please write me at liberatethis.com. They say you're supposed to repeat it. Comments, questions, love mail, hate mail, anything. Thank you. Thank you so much.